A Shalom, Shalom Akim, Yahabashim El Shai, Barakathum Bashim Kal Kudash, Call Hello Yahabashim El Shai, Call Hello Yahabashim El Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim out there and the elect. That's the men, women, and children selected to make it out of here from the coming destruction. All right. I'm the brother Zion Olive, the DC camp, coming at you with another Keep in Mind video. It's going to be called Keep in Mind, for this thing is from me. All right. For this thing is from me. What thing is that? Prophecy. Okay, the word of the Lord. But you got to understand is whenever the men of the Lord are out there speaking, all of it comes from the Lord, man. I'm talking about the true men of the Lord, okay? All those words are of the Lord, man. It's not of those men out there, okay? All right, but before I get into where, the title, where it says, for this thing is from me, that's actually in 1 Kings, the 12th chapter, which we're going to get to. I'm going to get this one right here. This is Ezekiel 3, verse 1. It says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest. Now, that son of man, all right, it's talking about Ezekiel, all right? A lot of times when it says son of man, it's talking about a prophet, okay? It says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak my words unto them. You see? And speak his words unto them. All right? So the words that are spoken, all right, to the house of Israel, all right, are the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, straight up, man. All right? This is, as a matter of fact, because it says Salaki. I probably got the Salaki, not Isaiah 1. All right, let me get Jeremiah 1, the first chapter. All right, this is Jeremiah 1 and verse 4. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. All right, because what? We were spirits coming out of the spirit world, okay? All right, and being formed in the belly is what? Being formed, actually, having your body parts and members and everything coming together in the womb of a woman from the seed of a man, okay? Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations, okay? All right? He said, I ordained thee, or ordered, okay, set up thee a prophet unto the nations, man. So guess what? We speak. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep reading verse 6. Then said I, Yahweh power, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. All right, so guess what? In like mind, the men of the Lord are out there on the highways and hedges, and we're doing what we're commanded. All right, and we're speaking what? Prophecy. We're speaking the word of the Lord, no matter how harsh it is to them. All right, and you can see that everything will be set up. Remember, for this thing is from me. Who's the me? Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This the thing, prophecy. The thing is the word. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to Salakia. I'm gonna go to. Sometimes it does that if you keep backing out too much. I didn't mean to do that. It's all good. This is 1 Kings, the 12th chapter. All right. This is 1 Kings 12 and verse I'll read verse 24. All right. And it says, speak unto, matter of fact, verse 24. Thus saith Yahweh, ye shall not go up nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is from me. They hearken therefore to the word of the Lord, okay, and return to depart according to the word of the Lord. See, it said, now this thing is from me. All right. Matter of fact, now I'm going to read up to verse 22. All right. It says, but the word of the Most High came unto Shemaiah, okay, the man of God, saying, speak unto Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Judah. See, so remember, surely the Most High will do nothing. So guess what? It's the prophet's job to speak the word of the Lord to the people. All right. Remember, a prophet is someone who says before. It also, when you look up prophet, it also says spokesman. All right. So a prophet is a spokesman on behalf of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. It says, but the word of Yahweh, Bashmiel Shai, came into Shemaiah, the man of God, saying, speaking of Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and unto all the house of Judah and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, okay, thus saith the Lord, ye shall not go up, nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is from me. They hearken therefore to the word of the Lord, and return to depart according to the word of the Lord. So guess what? The thing that was from me is prophecy, and we're going to get what this particular thing was right here. Now we're going to go further up into the story. All right, and this is 1 Kings 12:1. And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel were come to Shechem to make him king. And it came to pass, when Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt. Okay, remember, he was fled from the presence of King Solomon. Okay, and then all of a sudden he came back. All right, and why was he fled from the presence of King Solomon? I was going to get it later, but we can get it now. This is 1 Kings 11 and verse 28. And it says, bear with me, and it says, and the man Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor, and Solomon, seeing the young man that he was industrious, he made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph. And it came to pass at that time, when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahijah the Shilonite found him in the way, and he had clad himself with a new garment. And they two were alone in the field. And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him, and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus saith the Lord, the power of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. And hold on, I was going to get something. Yeah, let me just do this right here real quick, Akim. Not airplane mode. Let's put on do not disturb. All right, let me get that real quick. All right. Now it says, now let me get this again. And it says, verse 30, and Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him, and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus saith the Lord, the power of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. But he shall have 1 tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel. Because that they have forsaken me, and have worshipped Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, Chemosh, the god of the Moabites, and Milcom, the god of the children of Ammon, and have not walked in my ways to do that which is right in mine eyes, and to keep my statutes and my judgments, as did David his father. So when the Lord talks about walking in his ways and doing right, it's basically keeping his commandments, you see? Now, when they went to worship other gods, they did not walk in his ways. You see that? So whenever it means when you're walking in the way of the Lord, is keeping his law, statutes, and his commandments, okay? Howbeit, I will not take the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him prince all the days of his life for David my servant's sake, whom I chose, because he kept my commandments and my statutes. But I will take the kingdom out of his son's hand, and will give it unto thee, even 10 tribes. All right. So this was set up in the spirit that that mighty man of valor, all right, was going to be given 10 tribes. But, you know, at that moment, it didn't happen yet. All right. Verse 36, and unto his son will I give 1 tribe, that David my servant may have a light always before me in Jerusalem, the city which I have chosen me to put my name there. And I will take thee, and thou shalt reign according to all that thy soul desireth, and shalt be king over Israel. And it shall be, if thou wilt hearken unto all that I command thee, and wilt walk in my ways, and do that is right in my sight, is backing up the previous scripture, right? To keep my statutes and my commandments, as David my servant did, that I will be with thee, and build thee a sure house, as I built for David, and will give Israel unto thee. And I will for this afflict the seed of David for not, Salakia, but not forever. Verse 40, Solomon sought therefore to kill Jeroboam. And Jeroboam arose and fled into Egypt unto Shishak, king of Egypt, and was in Egypt until the death of Solomon. And I don't know who that is, all right? It says, until the death of Solomon. You see that? Now, going over to 1 Kings, the 12th chapter, you see? Now it says, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt. You see that? Now it says, because now that King Solomon had passed, okay, all right, this is Satan. You see Akim earlier, I put the phone on Do Not Disturb, and somehow a call came through anyway. See that? It's all good. It says, 1 Kings, the 12th chapter, it says that they sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel, Yasha'Allah, came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made our yoke grievous now. Salaki, let me slow it down. Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father in his heavy yoke, which he put upon us, lighter, and we will serve thee. And he said unto them, Depart yet for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon his father, while he yet lived, and said, How, brothers putting up videos, how do ye advise that I may answer this people? And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and wilt serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever. But he forsook the counsel of the old men, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him, and which stood before him. And he said unto them, What counsel give ye that we may answer this people, who have spoken to me, saying, Make the yoke which thy father did put upon us lighter? And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, Thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto thee, saying, Thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them, My little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. And now, whereas my father did lay you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father hath chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the 3rd day, as the king had appointed, saying, Come to me again the 3rd day. And the king answered the people roughly, and forsook the old men's counsel that they gave him, and spake to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, and I will add to your yoke. So he took the counsel of the young men, you see, instead of the wise older men. All right. And this was all set up in the spirit. Okay. Because remember, when we went back to 1 Kings, the 11th chapter, it said what? That 10 tribes will be given to Jeroboam. But see, that was the word of the Lord. So how will that come to play unless something in the future would change, right? All right. Because as of right now, King Rehoboam is still over everybody. Okay. Now I'm going to keep reading. It says, My father made your yoke heavy, and I will add to your yoke. My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord. You see that? For the cause was from the Lord, that he might perform his saying. So the reason why Rehoboam took the counsel of those men, because he had no choice, man. All right? He had no choice. You see? Like the scripture says, man's goings are of the Lord, and Lord willing, I get that after this. You see? He had no choice, man. He was programmed to go that route to fulfill the word of the Lord. Hence the reason why I'm making this video as well. When the prophets are out there prophesying, all right, everything that we're saying is from the Lord. You can't be upset because prophecy about the destruction, prophecy about mass deaths are coming, and all that, because it's all from him. Okay? It says that he might perform his saying, which the Lord spake by Ahijah the Shilonite. See, because Ahijah was his spokesman. So guess what? He has to do according to what the spokesman said, through that he directed the spokesman to say. He has to perform it. All right, which the Lord spake by Ahijah the Shilonite unto Jeroboam the son of Nebat. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, What portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. To your tents, O Israel, now see to thine own house, David. So Israel departed unto their tents. But as for the children of Israel, which dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. Then King Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was ruler, Salakia, who was over the tribute, Salakia, and all Israel stoned him with stones that he died. Therefore, King Rehoboam, because they rebelled. Okay, you sit there, you cast them off. You say you say you're gonna be worse off than your father before them. All right, then you send tribute, somebody to collect tribute. It says, and all Israel stoned him with stones that he died. Therefore, King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot to flee to Jerusalem. So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day. And it came to pass when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation, and made him king over all Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only. Okay, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, of course. Okay, because remember it said Benjamin before, they all fall under, Judah. I'm going to keep reading. It says, and Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem. He assembled all the house of Judah with the tribe of Benjamin, 180,000, okay, chosen men which were warriors to fight against the house of Israel, to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam the son of Solomon, okay. But the word of Yahweh came unto Shemaiah the man of God, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and unto all the house of Judah and Benjamin, to the remnant of the people. Now remember, it doesn't say Levi, because Levi was given a portion of the Lord, right? Levi were the priest, okay? And when it says the 10 tribes, to include Dan at the time, they went under what? The 10 tribes, okay? So where you see Judah and Benjamin, and then you see the other ones that say 10 tribes, that's 12 tribes. And you say, well, where's Levi? Remember, Levi is still a part of that. Remember, they wasn't given an inheritance, all right? So they're already a part of that. But remember, Levi is not a part of the northern kingdom, all right? So you know that it's Judah, Benjamin, and Levi around because they're the priest, all right? And then later on, Dan, pretty much we'll find out what happened truly to Dan in the kingdom to come, because pursuant to Revelation, I believe the 7th chapter, it gets into the tribes that are going to have the 12,000 out of each tribe. All right, that's just the understanding on that. And it says, verse 23 again, speak unto Rehoboam the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and unto all the house of Judah and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, ye shall not go up nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is from me. You see, the fact that Jeroboam was set up was from the Lord. The fact that Rehoboam chose to go with the young men instead of the older wise men was from the Lord to fulfill prophecy. And it shows you how scary the Lord is too, because he made Rehoboam go that route instead of the peaceful route to fulfill prophecy. All right. To get things that you have today about the split in Israel, the northern and the southern kingdom. You see? All right? All through the word of the Lord, man. This thing is from him. Everything, this thing is from him. Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right? It says, Thus saith the Lord, ye shall not go up nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is from me. They hearkened therefore to the word of the Lord and returned to depart according to the word of the Lord. So he gathered the other tribes to fight against the northern tribes, man. But he said, nah, this is from me, man. So it was all set up to get way up to what you have now, man. All right, Ezekiel the 37th chapter, where it talks about that stick, man. You have set a stick for the children of Israel, Judah and his companions, and set a stick for the children of Israel and his companions, man. All right, and put them on one stick. Ultimately showing you that all the tribes are all of Israel, man. All right, we're all Israelites, man. All right. And let me get that one scripture, Lord willing. Let me get it. Proverbs in 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? All right, so it was all set up to include the prophets out there prophesying of what? The things to come, man. All right. Let me get that. Ezekiel. There's one in the 3rd chapter. I'll just get Ezekiel 33. All right. This is Ezekiel 33 and verse, let me see. Yeah, verse 7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. Okay? So guess what? You're being warned from him. All right? By the prophets of the Lord. And guess what? It's from him. It's from him. And also the destruction, death and destruction that's coming is from him. It's from him, man. All right? So you got to just keep that in mind when the men of the Lord are speaking. Everything that they're speaking is from him and it's not coming from them, man. All right? Because you got people out there making videos about the reason why we're not gravitating to the Hebrew Israelites because they're not giving healing like that black nigger woman said out of her mouth. That's why a woman shouldn't be teaching the scriptures or saying anything in the church, man, because they're confused. You see? All right? It's the man's job to teach. All right? The elect are going to hear the word of the Lord regardless, man. All right? So all that's null and void. You see? All right? So that, I'll just go ahead and cut it off there. So with that, of course, call on Yahweh Shem Yahushua B'Ashem Kal Kodash, and as always, to the elect, double shalom.